All right, we're rolling. Which Way Haulin episode 3. What do you think, hon?
I think it's about time.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's been a few weeks.
I'm glad that we have a new addition to Which Way Haulin. We have Willow's the Cat, who's just chillins on the floors. Say hi, Willows. Meows. Meowsers. Meowsers. We love yous. We love yous.
She's I love you too. Yeah.
Hey, Priestess, what you doing?
I'm sitting over here with the bugs in Idaho Falls, Idaho, getting ready to go on out to Dallas.
Can I come?
Absolutely, hop on in. Come on.
This is going to be so much fun. Yeah, we have Willow. She's the new addition. So with this episode, we'll just give like I guess a tour of the truck and just talk what's going on with Witchcraft TV, the Covenstead, and what we're doing out here and stuff.
A little catch up.
Yeah, catch up. Do some catch ups. So I guess right off the rip, we'll just over here is we actually have a TV up in here, which is really cool. And I can't really see the screen that well. What it goes. That's actually an episode I think that's episode 2 of Which Way Haulin, which we have TVs, and we've been trying to work to get Roku for Witchcraft TV and stuff.
Yeah, but it's getting there. It's just a slow process, like everything else. It's tech stuff.
Yeah, and all the money's been paid for the developers.
Yeah.
All the money's been paid for the developers. It's just the Strim folks, I guess, ain't as tech gurus they thought they were. And hopefully they don't watch this show when I said that. You know?
Well, if they do, the truth hurts.
Yeah, the truth hurts. Yeah, but they're trying to, and I've been getting messages every other day that Roku is, it's not applicable. It's 403 error code, and they're working to, work out all the bugs and things.
Right.
So that's important. That's really important.
According to AI, it's supposed to launch mid this month.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully it does launch this month. That would be really cool. So let's give a tour of the Cascadia. Yeah. So this is where. Well.
This is my side of the spaceship.
Yeah, this is the pilot's ship right there.
Yeah.
So what's up with all these gizmos? Let's see. Oh, Freightliner right there. Look at all them gizmos over there. I don't even know what half the stuff does. That little thing there gives like all the missions.
Yes.
It's like a kiosk system that does the missions.
It has my logs.
It's like
this is where I get all my messages from Fleet.
Down there is like air brakes.
These are the air brakes. This is for the tractor. That's for the trailer.
And those things were broken, and we got stopped in what we were like hanging out in Washington for a while.
Right.
And we just like hanging out, trying to get them to
Washington
fix it.
State.
We got wicked awesome radio that doesn't work. I mean, it does. It does work.
It's just a regular AM/FM radio, though. It's not fancy Sirius or anything like that. This is Sam.
Yep. That's Sam. Hey, Sam. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm just hanging out with all these witches down there. We're doing great over here, and I don't know why they gave me a mohawk, but I'm just chilling.
So on this side, this is where I sit as co-pilot, and I'm constantly over here working on Witchcraft TV. There's the computer there, and keyboard down there on the floor, and my mouse kind of attached to the side of, where I hang out. And, this is my mess down there. Amber K's book, look at that. A book I haven't really been checking out because I've been so busy and stuff. And, battery pack, and, it's quite the scene over here. The seat, and then the CV situations, which is on the wrong channel, 19. Here we go. Now it's on the right channel. So that's the right channel there.
We're messing with it.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get a radio check. Get a radio check. I hope the wiener guy comes back. He's freaking awesome.
Is anybody out there can give me a radio check, please?
See what happens. They might come up. Who knows?
Anybody eastbound got it on for a radio check?
Yeah, Willows, we need some radios checks.
There's nobody on.
I guess not.
Not a lot of drivers have CB anymore.
Yeah, it seems like nobody has a CB on here.
So they have them there on until they get into a mess.
So over here, it's a microwave situation. I really love this microwave, especially when you go to like a trip stop and there's dirty dishes in it now. You won't mention that. And the power goes out a lot. It seems, but because we have like 100 contraptions in here, pots and pans, hot plate, coffee made in the morning, electrical outlets and things, and this over here is like, the bed, the wolf blankets and stuff. We have this big ass speaker right here that we use, and we just like tied it to the wall, and it's just like bumps when we get on the road. And I'm trying to get like an amp up in here. I think that would be cool. I've never heard an amp in a semi truck.
Working on it.
The combinations are really cool. Fan in the corner. Got to have that wolf decorations and things.
Wolf everywhere.
Wolf stuff everywhere. Just tons of paperwork, some little compartments. So we put all our paper plates. We don't have time to do dishes. We do dishes though, once in a while, wherever we can. This is just like another compartment of all kinds of
Spices and odds and ends.
spices, all bananas, butter, chocolates, and all that. This is where the router is, right up top here. That's where the magic happens. How we broadcast Witchcraft TV and do interviews and all of that fancy tech stuff that I have no idea what I'm doing. We have some trinkets hanging up there, which is symbolic, sentimental stuff. Got some stuff here myself. I have a chain up here, something that I kind of claim. Kernanos hangs a watch for us and stuff.
That citrine is the truck protection.
Citrines. Another one of the things, more stuff like these peanut butters. You gotta have that peanut butter to get nice and fat. Real truckers eat peanut butters. And there goes the tomato sauce. We're gonna have grilled cheeses and tomatoes. Like these bunch of old folks,
You have 2 hours left on your shift.
Well, I guess we had 2 hours there. We're just dilly-dallying. We're just having a good old time. We should be working. We're having too much fun out here. This is another little compartment where, that we have there's clothes and things. And there's like a little drawer here that sometimes I'll cook on or I'll put stuff there. Forget, close back. This is a drawer that's just kind of like all the cosmetics and cleaning supplies and things. I have no idea what this is. It doesn't move. To go up in now.
Willow section.
Yeah, that's Willow sections. There's a little refrigerator, and the refrigerator is just kind of like, it always opens when we go down the road. And it's like you have to slam it and like shoulder. You have to like shoulder it, because it's alive.
Like
it's
a football player.
Yeah, it's coming up and stuff. It's craziness. Yep, 6 strings up here. I really haven't had much time to play that guitar at all. I really need to start, but we don't have much time. But you got a 6 string up here. This little ladder comes down. Or if you're trying to go up to the top.
That's so the priestess can climb up there because I'm not tall enough.
So we go up here, and this we go to Cat World. So we go to Cat World up in here. We got the foods, we got the water dishes, a little sauna, the kitty box, foods and stuff. And this is where the stashes of food is up here. And just little containers of like tech stuff, that I may or may not use for music or Witchcraft TV. More stuff. All kinds of craft stuff up in there. Elemental tools and all that. More junk. It's always a mess trying to do stuff in here because you gotta
Organize.
Yeah, you always have to organize because you go down the road, especially going through like Tennessee. What is it? St. Louis.
Oh, that was
Or
rough.
They need to
Going
fix
through
their
Missouri.
roads.
Missouri was miserable.
They need to fix their road in certain parts of the country. They need to fix their roads. It's horrible.
But
Absolutely
yeah,
horrible.
you're trying to work on your laptop, and it's like hit a bump, hit another bump. Forget it. I can't do this. Let's wait a minute.
No.
The road will smooth out for a couple of miles, and then back to it's not doing.
Right. So, like, as far as the Covenstead goes, I seen that the Wild Hunt did do like a recap of the entire year, and we were in there briefly again. But yeah, so basically, we decided that we're gonna fight for it.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna fight for it, and we're gonna try to purchase another piece of land because I don't, to expand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the property that we currently own currently has the store, the vineyard, the garden. We might be able to put a food bank there, but we can't have a temple there, can't live there. So I'm in the process of looking for another piece of property somewhere that we can do what we want with it.
And we actually have a court date where we have to go to court for code enforcement.
Yeah.
Now, when the commissioner, well, the Baptist lady went to the commissioner's office, says, if we can't get them for religious stuff, we'll get them for code enforcement. And that's exactly what they're doing.
And that's actually in print because that was on the front page news.
Right.
Willow's got to check things out.
Yeah, she's always checking stuff. So who's got some watch, kitty? She got smells. I know she comes.
Don't go up there. No,
So
no,
yeah,
no.
we're gonna try to fight the it seems like oppressional issues down in Georgia, for all that stuff.
Yeah, I had one of those aha moments. I think the last time we were at the Covenstead property, and it kept coming into my head to call Miss Rhiannon Zell.
Mhm.
So I didn't have her number, so I sent her a message because I do have her on Facebook, and she's looking at that open window. And Rhiannon actually called me right back, and we spoke. And her and Oberon Zell, the Priestess and Oberon, had stayed on the phone with me for quite a bit, giving me pointers. And I explained the situation, and they said, "Okay, this is what you can do, and keep us posted. And if you need anything else, just reach out."
Right.
So they gave me a list of places to contact to help us with this situation because it is religious discrimination.
Right.
Everything from the time we put our signs up pretty much on the property saying what it was. Nobody wanted to see Witchcraft TV and New Moon Eclectics on a banner,
Right.
big banner, so yeah, but we're going to fight for it because why not? It's
give
our
it a shot.
place.
We give a shot. Well, we're gonna contact the ACLU
Yes.
in American Civil Liberties Union in Atlanta, Georgia. We're also going to fill out the paperwork for the Lady Liberty League that Circle Sanctuary put out. Selena Fox, I think, pretty much started that whole organization. See if we can't get some help to do it.
Even the Pagan Solidarity.
Yeah, Pagan Solidarity, seems to be helping, and I think that was the whole mission of Pagan Solidarity. And I don't always hop up on the plenary all the time because I am very, very busy in things. But yeah, we're gonna fight for it. We had a good Yule Sabbath.
We had a wonderful use of it.
Yeah, we had a great Yule Sabbath. I try to roll some clips of us having a good time there, and we're going back to the Covenstead February 8th to I think the 11th or 12th.
The 11th.
And when we do that, we're going to have an inbox Sabbath.
Yes.
You know, it's going to be a little late. I think it's going to be more like a half Imbolc and half Saturnalia, but we're going to have it. It's going to be awesome.
We're going to do something.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So,
We're eclectic, so we can do,
we do what we want.
right?
We do whatever we want.
We have our own thing going on.
Yeah, have our own things going on. So yeah, we'll try to roll some clips
No.
of the Yule Sabbath that we had. Some things.
Yep.
So other than that, yeah, we're just waiting on the Roku developers.
For Witchcraft TV.
Right, for Witchcraft TV. We just came from Washington State,
Yes,
and we just came, and we're in South Carolina now, I believe.
we are.
So we just went coast to coast, and we're already back.
We've been hauling butt on miles.
Yeah. But how many miles was it last week?
It was a little over 2,700, almost 2,800 miles.
2,700. Yeah. So the 2,700. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a long time.
We've been trying to push like 500-600 plus miles a day.
Yeah. I know when we go through the mountains, I get wicked scared. I get wicked scared. Oh shit, bar, all that stuff.
Yep.
And I do. I
The
just
feet get planted.
like, because when the roads are like going downhill, and there's cars coming into and off the highway, and there's curves, and then there's sometimes just fog and ice and wind. And the wind just blows the truck around. It's like, it's just kind of uncomfortable. My favorite part of traveling around the United States in the semi is like through the plains,
Right.
particularly like we haven't been there yet. Arizona would be nice. We've been through Kansas and Montana, flatland stuff.
This trip won't be so bad once we leave here in the morning because we're heading to Texas.
Right.
So we'll be on the southern roads, heading out there, go through Louisiana and all. It won't be so bad.
All my exes live in Texas. All of them.
Mine don't.
All my exes live. Yeah, so we're going to Texas. And that's pretty cool. And ain't no telling where we're going to end up after that.
Well, we know we're going to Sealy, Texas to deliver this load. And then I don't remember where to pick up the next load. And then we got to go to the terminal to get the truck worked on and get updated permits for the truck. Unfortunately, it's the driver's responsibility to keep up with all that, permits and stickers and all that stuff. So
Right.
I've got quite a few that expired last month. So got to get those taken care of.
So as far as like Witchcraft TV goes, I've been doing the Lone Wolf show with the WitchCon presenters, and I'll be presenting too at WitchCon. I've been interviewing all of the WitchCon presenters. I'm trying to get a hold of them all, but there's over 100 of them. So I've gone from an hour episodes of Lone Wolf show to 30 minutes, and I actually have one tonight going to be interviewing. I've been booking new ones all the time. I've been doing that a lot. Been trying to restructure the www.witchcrafttv.online website, trying to make and Pagan Music TV. We just implemented the top 10
Yes.
pagan music videos, and as far as I know, I'm the first one to ever do anything with pagan music videos. The first time that there ever was a pagan music video show, it wasn't even a countdown, it was just kind of like a show, and that was done with Alexian, a pagan musician by the name of Alexian. And well, I was the brain behind the whole thing, and now I'm the first to do the countdown with pagan music videos. Now we have lots of online radio stations who do countdowns and things, and I got to thinking about it. When I go on to their countdowns, I see the same old faces, the same old infrastructure, the same old circles, and I just feel like that's kind of like a spun narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like, well, how can I do it better? How can I have it with more honor? And the way that I did that is I researched Pandora, iTunes, YouTube, Apple Music, all of the major streaming platforms in the world, and researched what are the most trendy pagan and witchy type music videos on the planet. and I came up with that top 10. And I know a lot of people were kind of upset. Well, not upset, but they were kind of like, well, what about Darb the Bard? Because everyone loves Darb the Bard, you know, like Cauldron Born and Green and Gray. I love those songs. Big fan of that stuff. And I can remember in 2022 when I was dealing with the Plagans, I actually sent an award to Darb the Bard over there in England, and wrote out the address and everything. You know, when I was in that particular circuit. And I'm just so glad that I'm not. But yeah, we are implementing a countdown that is factual, and that doesn't run a particular narrative of our infrastructure or circle. And it's, you know, and I just think it's time to do that.
And it's a real countdown. It's not like you're playing favorites. The countdown that you have comes from real sources.
Right.
And, you know, so it's not like they're your inner circle or they're your favorites.
Right. We're not just making it up because we want them to, you know, to shine. And they're not like, you don't have to be in the club. Like, if you're putting in the work, you have creativity, and your artistry and your art in music and in videos is shining, well, it's going to be a legitimate, you know, pagan music TV, particularly like when we get on Roku and stuff.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to get up on Roku and just start spinning a narrative because I want my infrastructure to win. Like, I want to keep it real. And that's what I've always been trying to do is basically keep it real. So excuse me from my hip hop antics and all that and street cred, you know, but you know, I am pretty smart because Priestess says I was smart today. She said,
I told him. I did. I told him he was very intelligent.
The wrong thing to tell an Aries. Don't tell Aries anything that will boost his ego anymore.
I had immediately seen your head go from this big to this big. So
big smiles, like, yeah, I'm pretty awesome. Yeah, I know. Typical Aries fire, triple fire at that, right? Aries and Mars, Aries and all that stuff.
You got a lot going on, though.
Craziness.
I mean, between trying to get Witchcraft TV on Roku, now you got the countdown going. Plus, trying to keep the Witchcraft TV. You got WitchCon interviews all the time. Mm-hmm. And then you're also going to be starting doing witchy classes in New Moon Eclectics. Yeah, New Moon Eclectics. There's a Facebook group. That's the easiest way to get to it. We also have a website. It's on newmooneclectics.com. And it, you know, has a plug for Witchcraft TV, but it also has a Witchcraft Academy of sorts. And I'm going to implement not necessarily the core class, but I'm going to start teaching historic and contemporary witchcraft again on social media on the Witchcraft TV platform, and also on the New Moon Eclectics Covenstead's official platform. The Facebook.
And that's going to be Sunday nights at 6 Eastern. And then on social media, I have it like all the times, like wherever you are on the road, but it'll be accessible. I'm going to cross-breed it with cross-pollinate it with you know, the Witchcraft TV site and everything. So yeah, if you're wanting to, you know, learn about historical and contemporary witchcraft, you know, from a perspective, you know, such as mine, and hopefully I can help empower the spirituality of others and not bestow my particular path upon anyone.
And I like the fact that it's going to be live so that the students that are in the platform can join in live, and those who can't join can watch the rebroadcast. Yeah, on our platforms, we're going to send out links where you can join the video feeds. I think we can have up to like 10 people at a time, and it's never really gotten over 10. I think that one of the most populated live stream we ever did was with our Witchcraft Teachings class once, where we had a lecture by Patrick McCullum, and that was pretty huge. Yeah, and all of our old friends were there. Well, it's hard to say how many people from the group will want to join in, because we're almost up 7,000 now in the group. So, and I know there's a lot of witchlings in there and curious seekers. Yeah, we're growing all the way across the board. Yeah. Witchcraft TV gets hundreds of followers extra added on every week. I'm constantly getting notifications on our page and things. And our Witchcraft Teachings group, you know, is up there in numbers 2. And, you know, people are watching from around the world. I mean, where else are you getting online
witchcraft television anyways. I mean, a lot of people in the community were like, yeah, we're this and we're on YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube. We have a private website where we're broadcasting 24/7, 7 days a week, all year. And we've been rocking for 2 years straight. And it is about time we get up on bigger social media platforms like Roku.
Right.
And if Roku won't let us through the door, Priestess is already plotting to stick a fire stick in their butthole. So we're going to have fire sticks to put in the bunghole.
One way or another,
I forgot.
Witchcraft TV is going to, like I said, the sky's the limit. You know, there is no your imagination and your drive is the only thing that can hold you back.
Yeah, let's face it. Creativity is the best magic.
Exactly.
And stop the mudslinging, will you please, people? I'm tired of the mudslinging. We don't talk crap about nobody.
Right.
If you don't like us and stuff, we'll just
Change the channel.
yeah, change the channel. Get your clicker out and hit Roku X right on the top corner of your screen.
As Bob Seger says, turn the page.
Yeah, turn the page. Turn the page because you didn't like that chapter. Leave that chapter out in your life. Yeah, just stop all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you can only kick a dog so much. I'm gonna fire back, but I'm gonna do it assertively in a way that does protect myself. But I'm not gonna combat it with more negativity. Like I'm just gonna call you out. Like,
not going to stoop down to their level.
yeah, stop cheating on your love. I mean, these people out there talking about that. About my father and grandfather. What does my father and my grandfather have to do with all that stuff? Like, what is wrong with people? And truth be told, I don't want to get too involved in that stuff, but one of the people in that particular media, that particular show that went on for an hour and a half talking crap about me, where'd that show go anyways? Because I haven't heard anything about them doing a new one. It's like we're gonna do my other show now, because I screwed that one up, So yeah, be very, very proud of yourself for your online radio station, that you have a hell of a great host that they can't even keep their composure. Somebody ought to reach out to him, and if he's a real seeker, homage to his path. Hopefully he finds what he's looking for. What was that you can say?
I was going to say he, for an hour and a half, constantly bashed you.
Right.
And there were people on the upside. It was like, that's not cool. You're done.
Right. And here's the thing. I came to this conclusion earlier this year, 2026. Everybody in the community, pagan, witchcraft, magical world, I don't care what tradition that you're in, what organization, what circle, what group, what coven, whatever. Every one of them that has a problem with me and says that I'm a horrible person, I've been in prison, I'm an abuser of women, I'm a misogynist, I'm a gay bash, I'm all these horrible things. Every single one of them is involved in pagan media in one aspect or another. That tells me one thing. I'm doing a really good job at my job, and I know my calling.
He's doing a great job. And yeah. I can vouch for, because one of the things that man said when he was going on his hour and a half rant was that you go after women that are like damsel in distress.
Right.
I was not a damsel in distress.
Mm-hmm.
I already owned my own property. I have 2 vehicles. I had money in the bank, not a damsel in distress. And I can vouch for the fact that he's a great guy. There's everything that's been said about him is absolutely 100% false.
Well, the reality of it is that everyone that ever says these things are a part of pagan media in one aspect or another. You have, the Midwestern folks, and they're all spawned from one particular dictator. I'm not going to keep blowing them up and saying who they are, right. Because people who, that are interested in my trajectory are like, who are them people? And then I start watching that. Like, I don't want you to watch baneful shit. Like I've had enough of this baneful trajectory in contemporary witchcraft. I'm not going to go for it. I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to use my own discernment. If I feel like you're bad for the craft, then I guess call me a gatekeeper all you want. But I'm going to leave my door open to every single one of these people. I'm going to leave it open. Hopefully we'll have some kind of realization and say, you know what? Lone Wolf, maybe you're right. I made mistakes. I made mistakes too. We all make mistakes. And I'm going to keep screwing it up.
We're human. That's what, as long as you don't stay in that moment, like, yeah, I fucked up and I'm gonna continue doing the same thing, so I continue fucking up. Excuse my French, but yeah.
I just feel like every person that has something negative to say about me is in one form or another a pagan media outlet, where they do podcasts, their radio, their television, or their you know, like a podcaster, or the ones that call themselves radios and don't even have a radio. You know, it's just, yeah. I mean, I guess it is what it is.
It's not a jealousy, spite,
Right.
you know, which neither one of those things, it's all negative connotations, does not belong in our world. You know, we're all supposed to be about love and peace and harmony and working with each other to better Mother Earth and help people, you know.
Yeah, let's forget about the little witchy war things and worry about the environment. From what I've been saying that for years. I think the worst book of ever was Ed Hubbard's book of Witch War, whatever companion trash book. And again, I'm going against my own words and saying I'm not trash talking people. But I just think it's bad for the trajectory of the craft, because it's encouraging to have witch wars. We don't need more people infighting. We have enough oppression from white nationalism, our current political infrastructure, and all of that stuff. And I say that not because I say that because that's my discernment, and the trajectory of witchcraft is safer with that mindset. So let's work together. And other spiritual traditions don't do what witches and pagans do like that. Like they have they have like pagan media battles and stuff, but they don't like slander each other, you know. And you know what? Before we go, we're at the end of the show. I really like what Christian Day said about that. When I was incarcerated, they'd be lining up to tell me how great the goddess was and bring me my paper Athanase and plastic chalices and all that. And then when I get out and I start doing something, oh, I'm a piece of shit. I just came from jail.
Right.
But when I was in jail, you loved me. You loved me. The world created me. The craft created me. The craft is what forever made my trajectory of life better. And I have conquered recidivism forever. And praise the goddess for that. And as long as I stay free, capable, and a worker bee, I'm forever saying how powerful transformation and transmutable magic really is. Do you have anything else to say before we close? Which Way Haulin, baby?
Yeah, Which Way Haulin. We're going to be doing it again in the morning, heading to Texas.
Ain't no telling where we're going to be next Which Way Haulin. Try to get back at you in a week. Shout out to our fans of Which Way Haulin. Shout out to Shun D. Shun D!
Shun D!
Love you, Shun D.
Very much.
Our biggest fan. Which Way Haulin. So yeah, shout out to her. We'll catch you quick and soon and fly. Keep it right here. Witchcraft TV. Which Way Haulin.